welcome to the 31-day Excel Marathon Day 9. We are almost there. we are still far, but we're almost at the halfway point, right? And over the past periods, we've introduced ourselves to Excel, what it means to a formula in Excel, how to write the formula in Excel, what the rules around the formula, how to import data into Excel, some data cleansing tools. So we've spoken about select special, text join, concatenate, different elements in Excel that you can use to clean your data. Today is no different. We're looking at lane, left, text before, text after, mid, right. I mean, a lot of formulas today, right? They will be quite lengthy than the previous pre-recorded sessions. So please get yourself ready for what we have for you today, or what I have for you today. I don't know why I keep using the word we. Either ways, before we go ahead, just like I always say, go to www.onyekaogu.com/library to download the course material. onyekaogu.com/library. You see folder called 31-day Excel Marathon. Inside the folder, you see file called day 5 to day 10. Right, that's what we're going to be using from day 5 to day 10. So make sure you have that downloaded, right? And if you have that downloaded already, we can begin this course for today. But if you have that downloaded, please, you can pause this video, go download it and come back, right? And before we go ahead in the video, I would like to say please and please, feedback is very important. So if you have any feedback, you can write me. Go to my website, write me, and to send my email there. I will be more than willing to reply as fast as I can, right? Also, please subscribe to the channel so you will know when more videos are uploaded, and you'll be first to know, right? And also serve as encouragement for me to know that, okay, man, people are at the back of the camera, right? I'm not just talking to myself. I'm not just put the camera, light action, talking, and nobody's at the other end of the camera. So we'll go into today's lecture. Let's go. Bam.
So today we have quite a lot to cover, and please go with us, right? So we are still on data cleansing, data preparation. Today we're looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, multiple things to cover. So let's just start with left, right? So left, right, and mid, right? They may look very simple, but towards the end, we're going to combine all these formulas together and see how it looks like when it's complex, right? I said nothing is complex. Anything that's advanced is just doing the simple things and adding layers and layers and layers of the simple things together, right? So for left, right, and mid, what left does, if I put left, right? So left, it returns the specified number of characters from the start of a text string. So basically left, right? So if I say left, right, I want to get the first 5 numbers from the left in a text. It gives me the first 5 numbers of the left. If I'm doing right, I want the last. Obviously, right is the end of the text, right? So it returns the rightmost characters, right? So let's just get to it. My explanation might not cut it, but when we get to it, you understand. So I said everything in Excel has a syntax. So the syntax for this is text and number of characters. I want to point you to something, right? Anytime you see a syntax and you see a syntax and a square bracket, right, in any syntax, that square bracket means that syntax is not necessary. I mean, you don't necessarily have to use that syntax for the formula to work. So the formula can work with or without the syntax, right? With or without syntax, it's important to know. So the syntax for left is text and number of characters, right? So if I say I want to get the first 5 text, right? First text characters from this particular text, DOPP, blah 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 blah. I want to get the first 5. So the first syntax is text, comma. Next one is number of characters. So I want to get the first 5. So I put 5. Right, and I close my bracket. Right. So what it does is that it brings out the first 5, DOPPE, the first 5 characters, right, from that text string. It points out for me. That's what left is, right. Returns from the left. It's not counting from the left. And you can see, give me the first 5, the first 2, the first 3. Do you understand? Let's go to right. For right, it's literally the same thing, right? It returns the specified number of characters from the end, right? Left from the start, right from the end. So right, it's the same syntax text, which is this, comma, number of characters. So let's say I want to get the last three, right? Last three, right? So give me BBE, which is the last three. You understand? It's as simple as that. It's quite straightforward, right? But there are complications that comes, right? So next one is mid. Right? It must also look very simple, but mid, if right is from the right, right, I mean from the right of the text, if left is from the left of the text, mid is from the middle of the text. As simple as that, right? So equals to mid, right? So you can see mid returns the characters of I mean from the middle of a text string given the starting position, right, and length. So for example, for mid, you have to say, oh, I want to start from, I mean, you have to define what your mid is. So let's say my mid is the sixth character, right? And from the sixth character, I want the next four. Do you understand? Or let's say my mid is the seventh character, and from the seventh character, give me the next three. That's mid, right? So let's do equals to mid. The first one is the text, right? So this is the text, comma, start number means that where is your mid? So I want you to go to the sixth character, right? So let's say we want, give me the middle, I mean, the go to the sixth character, I mean, in text, and give the next four. That's what I want, right? So I go to start number that I want you to start from the sixth character number and give me the next, let's say four or three, depending on what you want. So I want the next four, right? So what it does that it goes to the this the sixth character is one, two, three, four, five, six. That's L, and from L it counts four. L K U P, right? So from the start point, right, to the end, I'll go back again quickly. Equals to mid, the beginning text, right? Then I mean personally, what I want is that I want to start from the from let's say from the third, right? To be honest, the start point can be anywhere, right? So mid takes anything from the 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 range of the text, right? Left is only from the start, right is only from the end. While mid can be from anywhere, depending on where you want to start from. So if I want to start from the third character, right, and say from third character, give me the next two, right? Right? So give me third and fourth, right? So that's P P. Do you understand? So that's left, that's right, and mid, right? But there are some drawbacks to left and right, and that's what we want to look at. There are some drawbacks to left and right. So let's go to text before and after. So let's say we want to use um, left as well, right? So everybody has first name. So we want to get the first name for everybody, right? For everybody here, right? If we do equals to left, right? I will say, okay, the first name is the one in the beginning, right? Left, right, comma. The number of characters. What happens is that if I say the number of characters is four, right? It will work. It will give me Mary, right? But if I drag it downwards, right, you see it changes because Wilson's first name is not. I mean, it's not only four characters. Tiwa works because it's four characters. Onyeka does not work because Onyeka's first name is six characters. Sorry, my name is Onyeka, right? It's six characters, right? It's more than four, right? So you can't use left for this, right? I'll show you the use cases for left, but left does not work for this because um we have what we want to get is multiple, right? Multiple, the number of characters changes, right? And I mentioned in the beginning that the you can say, okay, I can come here and be changing it now. I can just come and change it to seven, right? Come and change it to five. I can do one by one. But this defeats the purpose of a formula. The formula, I mean, purpose of or writing the formula in the first place or the rules around the formula. The rule is that any formula you're using in the beginning of a range should be the same thing. So we should be able to drag the formula up here and place it here and everything should work. Right? I should not be changing it every single line or every other line. Right? That's where this next formula comes in. Text after and text before. Right. So text before helps you to get all the text before a particular delimiter. I said delimiter is what separates text. For example, the delimiter here is space, right? So after each um, text string, we have space. We have Mary space, Robinson space, Johnson. We have Wilson space, Churchill space, Murphy, right? So what we want to get is the first name. Just thinking about it, the first name is everything. Watch me. Everything before the first space. The first name is everything before the first space, right? So everything before the first space is the first name. right? Everything before the first name is the first. I mean, the first space is the first name. So what we can do is we're using text before, right? So equals to text before. So the syntax for this is text, comma, delimiter, comma, number of instance, comma, match mode, comma, match end, comma, if not found. Remember I told you that when when you, when in a syntax you see something that is in a square box, right? It means that the formula can work with or without doing that, right? So we will not use everything, right? We will not use the first three, and I'll just show you. So the first thing we want to do is that we want all the text before. It's actually the first is text. What is the text we're looking at? This is the text we're looking at, right? Text, comma. What is the delimiter? Remember, I said delimiter is space. Is what separates each of them, right? The delimiter, right? And I mentioned in I think in the 6 or 7 that um to put any formula, any special character, anything in Excel that's not it's not a number will be in double quotation mark. So our delimiter is space, so I put in double quotation mark, right? Comma. Now number of instance. Now listen. So basically, it's saying that now you want the text before space, right? But it's saying is it the first? So number of instance. Is it the first? Do you want all the text before the first space or all the text before the second space? You know there are two spaces here, right? So do you want all the text before the first space or all the text before the second space, right? So um I mean, the reason why it's in brackets is that sometimes you might have just one space. So no need to say before the first space, right? Because it will automatically pick the text before the first space, right? But in case like this where you have multiple spaces, it's good to define what you want, right? So I want all the text before the first space. I mean, all the text before so all the text before the first space. So number of instance one, right? So before the first space, so it gives me Mary, right? If I put two, right? Just watch. I put two here. It gives me Mary Robinson because it's giving me all the text before the second space, the second instance of my delimiter, right? But what I want is the first instance of my delimiter. So it gives me all the text before the first space. Now, if I drag it downwards, right, you can see that this works, right? Because it will give me the all the text before the first space, all the text for the first space, right? So this is a way to solve what left might not be able to do, right? Because left only works if everything has the same number of characters before, right? But using text before, right? I was able to say, give me all this before a particular delimiter. Are we clear on that? One for text after, right? So let me just correct this. So this should be text after, and this is text before. I mean, they both work for both of them, but let me just use this for text after. So now, assuming we want to get the text, I mean, we know these are the names and the miles that they've written, right? And now we want to get only the miles they've written, right? So we want to see kids, these 70 miles, home, these 290 miles. We want to get that part, right? We cannot do right because I said they have different. So this is 70 miles, which is miles is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 characters, right? While 290 is more than that, right? So we can't use right. We have to use text after, right? So do equals to text after the same syntax of text before. The text, right? Comma. The limiter is space because space is what separates each of the characters, right? Space. I'll put space in double quotation mark and number of instance. So we want all the characters after the second space. This is space one, space two, right? So we want all the characters after the second space. So number of instance two, right? So it gives me all the characters after the second space, and I can drag it downwards, yeah, and voila, I have what I'm looking for. I hope that is clear enough, right? Move finally to lean, and in lean we're going to merge. We're going to do something where we're going to merge um, left and lean together. So just work with me. So now for lean counts the amount of characters. So for example, if I do equals to lean, len, right? The syntax is only one, just one, right? So if I count lean, right, there are 7 characters in Chicago. Chicago. 7 characters, right? So basically what lean does, sorry, len, it returns the number of characters in the text string, number of characters. Now if I put a space after Chicago, that's Chicago space, right? You can see the number of character changes to 8, right? Because space is also seen as a character, right? It's not counting number of text, it counts the number of characters, right? So space is also a character, right? If I remove the space I kept on there, move it here, you can see it's back to 7, right? So it's very important to know. Lean counts the number of characters, right? Now, all that is fine and good, right? It's all fine and good, right? Now, assuming we want to get, we want to, let me bring this here, right? Bring this here, right? Just show us how we can use left and lane together, right? So if I say I want to get for everything that is here, right? Let me just bring it here. Watch me, right? I want to get, sorry, what did I do? I want to get the mouse, right? I want to get the number of mouse, just the number, right? Let me reduce this to this, right, to make it more difficult, right? If I do left, right, left, left, right, and I do this, right, because of the number of mouse are different. We have 1034 is 4 characters, 835 is 3 characters, 3192.9 is about so it's different, right? So what I can do text. Please follow me, right? I can do text before, right? So text before the first space, right? Right, and it gives me that, right, which is fine, right? But I can also use somewhere. I mean, I'm using left and link to show you how you can I mean, how formulas can be layered over together, right? It may be complex, but it's not complex. It's left and it's lane. You don't have to do left, you don't have to do lane. You just have to merge them together and knowing when to merge them together, right? Assuming we do not have, because text after and text before came out a year ago, they're very new. So before text after and text before came out, this is what we used to do when we want to get this kind of results, right? What we'll do is, watch me. We'll use left, right? Left, right? Left is giving us this. So sorry. What I want is I want everything after. I want everything the after. So we have mouse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have space. So there are, for all of them we have space mouse, space mouse, space mouse. So we know that there are 6 characters, 6 characters we don't want. So we want everything minus those 6 characters. That's what we want. So everything minus those 6 characters. Let me just put it there. So we want everything minus 6 characters at the end, right? Car- That's what we want, right? So we want everything minus 6 characters at the end. Why am I getting my characters wrong? Okay. So we want everything minus 6 characters at the end, right? So how do we do it, right? And using lean and left together, just show you, right? So if you do left of the text, right? We want to do left of the text, right? That's fine. Left, the first syntax is text. Now, the number of characters is what we don't know, right? We don't know the number of characters because they change, right? It can be 4, it can be 3, it can be 6, right? It changes in this range of cells. But we don't change it every time. What I would do is that instead of calculating the number of characters, right? I will do, watch me, I will do equals to left, then this is my text. Now, instead of putting my number of characters, what I will do is that I will say, give me the full, I will do lane of everything, right? Watch me. Now, lean, lean of this, follow me, right? Lean of this, right, is 10, right? Lean of this is 9, lean of this is 12, right? So, what I did was that I said, give me left of the lean, right? So, left of everything. So, this will give me everything, right? But not everything I want. I want to remove the first 6, right? So, I know that this, so what I want here is, yeah, I want it to be left, um, I want it to be left, text, sorry, put it equals to left text of 6 of 4, right? Yeah, I want it to be left text of 3, right? 3. And yeah, I want it to be left text of 6, right? That's what I want. That is really what I want, right? But I don't change the formula. So yeah, I want 4, yeah, I want 3, and yeah, I want 6, right? That's what I want, right? So basically, I want, so see, if I add 6 to this plus 6, it gives me 10 plus 6 plus 6. It give me, so this, basically, the difference between what I want is these 6 characters, space mouse, right? So if I remove 6 from my lane, if I remove 6 minus 6 right? It gives me the four characters I actually want initially. If I move six from here, if I move six from here as well, that is space and mouse. It gives more than once. If I move six from here, it gives more than once, right? So what I have to do here is I come to my formula and I do lane, right, minus six, right? And if I drag it down, I get my answer. Right. So I mean, it may look confusing, but see, we have text after now, so you can use text after, right? But I'm just showing you how we can combine two simple formulas. So formulas that look as simple. I mean, armless is left now. It's not left. It's not link. They look very simple, very straightforward. But this is how it can. This is how complex in quotes it can be, right? When you start merging different formulas, I mean, I can merge like four different simple things together just to make some, just to get what I want to get, right? But thanks be to Excel for introducing text after and text before. Most people don't even know about it, right? Because I mean, I myself just got to know about it this year. Even though it came out last year, right? It came out last year, sometime July, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, let me not say the date, but it came out last year, right? So now you can use text after, you can use text before, right? But if you're using older versions, you text after text before might not be I mean, might not necessarily be there, right? So this is a way to work around it, right? To add two simple formulas and make something complex.
And that's that, right? So today we'll be able to learn about how to use the left function, getting characters from the start of of a text, the right function, getting characters from the left of a text, we've gotten the mid, right? We also looked at how to do text before, text after, and its benefits of the benefit of text before and after over left, right, and mid functions, right? And we also looked at len, right? They count the number of characters in a cell. Remember, characters is different from characters different from text, right? Number of characters in the cell, right? And how we can leverage len and left together, right? If you have any question on anything that we have discussed today, tomorrow day 10 will be a live session, right? So we'll be live on Zoom tomorrow. Make sure you are live on Zoom tomorrow, right? If you're watching this, I mean, while we are doing this is March 2025, right? So you're watching it after March, this is March 2025, right? And March 9, 2025. If you're watching that on March 2025, don't bother. There's no live session tomorrow where we're talking about it, right? But if you're watching it March 9, 2025, tomorrow, March 10, 2025, we're going to have a live session on Zoom where we go over what we've learned in the pre-recorded sessions from day 1 basically to day 9. All your questions will be answered. I'm not teaching anything new. I'm just going over what we've learned before, right? Depends on the question that we have. 30 minutes, 6 o'clock to 6:30 GMT. Convert that to your time zone. We'll meet. Don't forget to give feedback, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in the live session. Thank you.